Yeah, before you and I go live, we never do a prayer, but when we have a guest on, we always pray beforehand.
Well, we pray for them. We're
Of
good.
Yeah,
You
maybe
know
that's
what I
what it
mean?
is. Yeah, yeah.
We're solid, bro.
Oh, that's so funny.
We've got
Oh, hang on. There's an echo. I
should have
have.
prayed for it. It's your speakers on your computer.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Should have prayed for it, bro.
Should pray for it.
I
No
guess
worries.
I should from now on I'm gonna pray for you.
And yeah, and and then I'll ask the guest to pray for me too.
I'm just kidding. Dude, so
Yeah,
we're
so
back.
we're back.
It's been a while. We're back. I was gone, Dennis was gone, everybody was gone. But now we're back and we're black. I should say in black.
In black.
Back in black.
Yes, good job.
Men in
Nice.
black.
Nice catch there.
Thanks,
Yes.
bro. I didn't want to get canceled.
Yeah, heterosexual men in black.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's very true. That's very true. Thank you for
We just,
clarifying.
I just, just to make sure people
I do
understand.
know.
I don't think we've ever declared that on the show.
I'm pretty sure we have. Pretty sure we have. You got to put it back out there one more time, just in case.
Just in case.
How was your trip, bro? You've been gone for 3 weeks.
I know. It was like the longest I've been gone from somewhere that I haven't left in like 3 years.
Dang. Did you drive?
No. I flew.
With your dog?
No, I have sad news.
Tell.
I talk about it afterwards. We'll talk about it afterwards. I don't want to talk about it right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And yeah, so it was just me. But it was great, man. It was so good to see family, some friends. Cool. Went to Cali for a little bit.
Oh, wow. Really?
There. Yeah, I stayed in like a 3,500 square foot beach house, like $2-3 million beach house, all by myself.
It's got to be more than 2-3 mil.
I don't know. It's right on 10th and Walnut in Huntington.
In Huntington? Oh,
yeah,
it's more than 2-3 mil.
Yeah. Okay.
Bro, a piece of crap. My parents old house in Anaheim is like 1.2.
Okay, so yeah, it's dope. Anyway, and so I had walking distance to some good sushi and
love it.
Yeah, and I got to see some friends. It was good, man. And the Lord did some cool stuff while I was out there, and gave me a ton of direction that I was been praying for a long time.
Yeah.
People ask, like, in the last 3 years, like, what are you doing? Where are you going? What's happening with your life? I'm like, I have no idea, man. Like, I have no idea.
One day at a time.
One day at a time. And I got to learn how to live like that. And it's actually really freeing. And keeps us dependent on the Lord, keeps our eyes fixed on him.
Yeah.
I think it's been good. And he's been chiseling at me for the last 3 years and totally turned my life around, and it's been 3 years now. I passed that mark, and it's time for me to go. So I'm moving. I decided to move back to Arizona.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a big deal because, my daughter's in Charlotte, so I'm moving further from her. So that's like the biggest hindrance on my end. But the Lord assured me that it's going to be good.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, good for my family. There was a verse I memorized. This is a short one right before I left. It was, I rely on him. I rely on him with my whole being. I wait for his assuring word. It's in Psalms, I think 73 or so. And that's what I did while I was there. I waited, and the Lord spoke the way he speaks to us. And it was great. So I decided to move, and out of nowhere, a job landed on my lap.
That's cool.
Didn't even apply for it. And
that's freaking cool.
Offered it to me on the spot, and I didn't accept on the spot, but I ended up accepting it.
Dang. So it all just lined up.
It just lined up. Yeah.
That's how, dude, when it's meant to be, that's how it falls into place. There's no question about it. There's no question about it. So that you can't be like, well, I made it happen. I second
Right. It's all
guessing.
him.
Maybe I should have
It's
this.
all
Maybe I
him.
should have that. When it's meant to be and it falls in line, you're just like, well, there's no reason for that to have happened,
Yeah.
and here we are. So I'm in the will, you know.
Yeah. And I got confirmation, like I got counsel, I sought, the Lord, but I sought people. I asked people who knew
Nice.
me and who's in my life. And even my kiddo was just like thrilled, and that was like a big relief too. I know she's young and so she doesn't understand it all yet, but
Yeah.
um, it was good
Nice,
and
bro.
healthy. Yeah. So I'm excited. It's all happening kind of fast. So I'll be around for a few weeks and then I'm going to take a couple weeks to actually do the move.
You
And then
just took a couple weeks.
I don't know. I took 3.
You just took a few
I took
weeks.
my vacation since we started at Venice to
Yeah.
Venice together, and this was
This was it.
man.
You saved up 3 years worth of vacays or 2 years worth of vacays, and you took them all right now. You know.
Yeah.
But
I'm your
that's cool,
slave
bro.
now for the next 3 years.
I'm good. Yeah. I get 3 years, dude. One time, I'll be honest. One time, I did try to convince a friend of mine to become my slave. His name is Josh. He lives back in Cali, and I had moved out here to Idaho, and I kept telling my buddies, I'm like, dude, I'm gonna buy a ranch. You guys can come move out here. You can build a place on it. Like, just help me around the property and stuff. We'll set up like a compound and stuff. Not a cult ranch, Knacker Ranch, right? And my buddy Josh was like,
I love it.
no, that's the sign I'm gonna make over the road.
Nice. You have
Not
to.
a cult ranch.
Oh, I can't wait.
And
We're
my
definitely
buddy,
posting that.
my buddy was like, dude, if you ever get a ranch, I will become your slave. If you let me live there for free, I'll become your slave. And I called him and I'm like, hey, seriously, put it in writing.
How do you put it in writing?
You just put it in writing.
This is 1700.
Whatever. Freaking write it. If he builds it, I will come. Yeah, get it notarized. We're going to put it in writing. You will be my slave and I will be good to you. I promise. But you have to do everything I say, And dude, I told him, I'm like, I'm going to be a good master. I was going to force him to become Christian.
Oh yeah, nice.
You know what I mean?
Oh, you have to do that, of course.
No, that was like the primary reason I wanted him to be my slave was so that I could force him to become Christian.
Yeah, I mean, that's the natural progression, right?
Of course. What else is he going to be? He can't freaking exist on Knacker Ranch if you're not Christian.
Yeah, I was going to say ranch hand would be the best way to put it, but I think
slave.
And what you just said there earlier, slave is the way to go.
And I would say more of a Old Testament kind of slavery.
Yeah, where they're willing to do it. It's not like you're forcing them to be a slave. They're willing to be a slave.
There would be beatings.
Well, yeah, but hang on. That's the thing, though. No, I gotta stop right there. We have to stop, man. What are you doing, man?
Why? He's my friend.
Yeah.
And he becomes Christian. It's a win-win.
It is a win-win.
It's like in the Old Testament. You go you go capture territory, and you take the remnants as slaves, and guess what? They become Jews.
Yeah.
If they're not Jews, they go to hell. There's no salvation outside the people of God. That's what people don't understand about slavery in the Old Testament. Okay. Nobody cares about like autonomy in the Old Testament. Everybody was a slave to somebody. You were either a slave to your king or you were enslaved. So, nobody was like, I'm a free agent.
Okay. But
you know what I'm saying?
Right. But other nations do the same thing though, right?
Who other nations?
Around, because are you talking about the Israelites or who are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm talking about Israel. I'm talking about Israel. So
Philippines.
God, hold on. So God told the Israelites, go take the slaves, right, from the nations you conquer, and you would bring them into your household, and they would become Jewish. There was even there was even courts outside of the temple for the Gentiles. Yeah. But that's not for like the wandering Gentile that just so happened to be worshiping Yahweh off in the distant land. That was for the slaves. who were Gentiles, who were Jewish because they were adopted into the household. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? It was
Mhm.
actually, dude, slavery and Judaism was actually a means of grace. I'm not saying that the Jews were perfect, that they didn't go too far, that there wasn't laws in place about like, hey, if you poke out his eye, you're going to get your freaking, you got to pay him and he goes free, you know, if you
Right.
beat him too much or something like that. But I'm just saying, when you look at it from a spiritual perspective, outside of them coming into the family of Israel
Mhm.
via slavery, there was no salvation for them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
How weird is that? That was a means of grace.
So did the other nations around them do the same thing to their gods? Like,
Did
did
they
they have
force
to
their
like
slaves to become?
yeah, to convert
Um,
into their I
I
mean,
don't know. I don't know what the rules were for other nations. I mean, look at the Romans. The Romans didn't do that. The Romans allowed you to
mm,
worship anything and anyone you wanted. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
But I'm not sure about previous generations like the Babylonians, the
yeah,
Egyptians. Well, hey,
because they
no,
were
no.
more
Case in
literal
point.
about their
Hey,
gods.
case in point. The Egyptians didn't force the Israelites to worship the Egyptian gods. I don't think, because it still seemed like the Israelites went in captivity in Egypt.
Well, they wanted
Still,
to worship the pharaohs.
maybe, but listen, the Israelites still had some sense of like, hey, we're a
Yes, who
special
they yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah.
We
Oh, for
have
sure.
the God of our father, Abraham,
Yeah.
Isaac, and Jacob. Like they
Mhm. They were
knew of their
distinct.
God.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
I also think they did worship Egyptian gods now that I think about it,
Well, yeah, I
because
mean,
they were
th
very Egyptian
they were even in David's, like, household. There were different gods and stuff. Um,
because of the putas, because
yeah,
of
because
his wife. Always the putas, bro. They
always the
always bring it in. And that was specifically what God told them. He said, don't take wives
ah,
from the
mhm,
surrounding nations because they're going to
right,
lead you into worship of other gods. And that's
yeah,
exactly what happened. And there's also, and remember, hey, this is so dope. Hey, you would you would marry daughters of surrounding nation, the kings of the surrounding nations, to make um, allegiances with them, right?
mm,
That's
yeah,
why that's
mhm,
what you would
yeah,
do,
yeah, yeah, mhm,
right? But he also, God tells, he commands not to take the wives, not to make allegiances with the surrounding nations, not to breed horses, because horses were a means of war. So you don't need to go to war. Like, I got you. I just want you to listen to me and I will take care of you. You're not going to need to make allies with other nations. You're not going to need to go to war with other nations. I'll take care of it. But of course, all of the kings from Saul on, all went to war, all took wives from other nations, all
yeah,
had false gods in their midst. You know what I'm saying? They all disobeyed.
wild.
Um, but from the beginning, God just wanted obedience and he would take care of them. Kind of
Mhm,
like in the wilderness. If he could freaking send out a pillar of fire to like wreck dudes,
right.
pretty sure he could like take care of this other stuff. You know what I mean? Um,
It's so wild, man. The Old Testament is the coolest ever.
it's
Like,
the coolest.
I can't stop reading, dude. Like, it's like it is just that's all I wanna do. Like, I just wanna sit and read.
It's the
It's so
best.
weird.
And
AG's in the house. Sup? Sup,
nice.
sup, AG?
Nice. She
Welcome,
sent me
welcome.
some funny stuff on Instagram. Shout out.
Yeah, AG.
Really funny. And then I think I sent it to you as well, Dennis.
Ah,
But hey, speaking of
that's a high
Instagram,
compliment, AG, because Ben has special talents in that department, guys. And,
it's a
you
fruit
yeah,
of the spirit.
if you could just be a fly on the wall to see what the stuff that we send each other, it's hilarious.
I mean,
Oh, man.
you'd have to have some thick skin. You might need to be a beetle on the wall, you know.
Yes. That's yeah,
Um,
great
but
point.
bro, speaking of Instagram and posts, whatever you do not make a video that says Trump is not Christian because
Hmm,
people will get very mad at you.
really?
Yes, very mad at you.
Wow.
Uh,
Oh, tell me, tell me.
and I'm just speaking from personal experience because you
Mm,
guys, I mean, you saw that video I made where Trump is on the airplane and one of
yeah,
the reporters questions him
yeah,
and says like, "Hey, you said if you could stop the war in Ukraine, you hope that it would get you into heaven." And he's like, "Oh, I don't know if anything can get me into heaven. I think I'm beyond saving. I think I'm beyond heaven, you know?" And I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, it dawned on me, like, and we've talked about this before.
Yep. Mhm.
Trump has never claimed faith in Christ, never mentioned the name of Jesus, never mentioned that he was baptized. Nothing, absolutely nothing.
Right.
All he's done is like surrounded himself with people that claim to be Christians. But even then, like, look at the freaking pastor chick, Paula White. That's like
Right, dude.
the pastor to the White House, right?
Yeah.
She's just like she's
Psycho,
just
dude.
a
She's
prosperity
nuts,
gospel
bro.
psycho.
Yeah, she's
And
crazy.
then people are like, "Oh, how dare you question his salvation?" I'm like, "How dare you assume his salvation? Why?
Right.
Why? Because he like goes to people's churches and like puts on political rallies and has pastors go up and speak. How do you know that that's
Panders.
not just
Mm.
religious pandering, right? Political pandering. How do you know that that's not the case? Show. And I kept asking, dude, people would lay into me. And I'm like, cool, cool. Show me one thing, one evidence why you think he's a Christian. Never once did anybody show me a single thing. All it was like vile, like name calling
Mhm.
and attacks on me
Bro,
personally.
he
And
wouldn't even put his hand in the Bible when he swore in.
I didn't see that, but I'm gonna go with it. I
Well,
believe it.
yeah.
So I'm just
Fact
saying,
check it.
even if there's anybody out there listening that's like, "How dare you say he's not a Christian?" I would not be saying this if there was any video, statement, anything at all proving the opposite, just showing that like he has faith in Jesus, right? Because
Yeah.
that's what saves. That's what saves is
Right.
faith in Jesus. Not being surrounded by pastors, not praying, not like any of that stuff. Show me one thing ever.
JD Vance says it,
Says what?
that he's a Christian and he talks about Jesus and he talks about his faith.
Yeah, that's really cool. And he's married to a Hindu.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, at least he talks about it.
Yeah, very cool. Um, I don't know, bro. I don't make it a habit to like question people's salvation if they
Right, right,
proclaim
right.
faith in Christ. I think it would be very difficult to be married to somebody engaged in Satanism.
Yeah, we don't know the story. We don't know. Like maybe he came to know Jesus later after he got married and he stayed married. I don't know.
That's a good
Um,
question. If only we could ask like
oh
a
man, you make
digital
me work.
assistant.
You make me
Welcome
work.
back to work, Dennis. 3 weeks off. It's been You see, hey, but you see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I do not ever question people's like salvation. That's not something I do.
right.
Okay. Um, if you profess faith in Christ, uh, I just think it would be weird. I think it'd be really weird to be a Christian and be married to somebody that invokes and invites like demonic activity into your home and over your children. His children's names are like Vivek and something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um,
but I want to make a comment on that though. I know that in this particular case, um, it's pretty clear. Like I think he understands demonic, or he said he would agree that there's a demonic realm and stuff. But
oh,
most people don't though. Like most people don't even consider anything else. Like I don't know. I don't even, bro. I don't even know what I believed before. Like I read the unseen realm, because,
that's kind of true.
about that part of like our reality, right? Or um, so I think a lot of people don't really consider and they were born in Catholicism or something, and then it's not, they don't even know what they believe in, but maybe they do believe in
That's a very good point.
Jesus, but just
Yeah.
they don't know what's really going on. And listen, I have people in my life, like the majority of people in my life, don't like really pay attention to like what's happening globally and
Yeah.
tying it into the Bible and the spiritual realm of all of this. They're so just focused on, or it's just noisy, right? It's just there's so much noise, and they don't. I don't know. You have to.
Yeah.
It takes some stillness to pay attention to this stuff, man.
We definitely in Christianity, like modern Christianity, we definitely have undermined the supernatural element. You know, we ignore it And we basically equate the supernatural within Christianity to like speaking in tongues or like
Right, right,
fire tunnels or whatever else Bethel does, or a good feeling during worship, rather
right.
than like a constant ongoing spiritual battle between interdimensional
Mm.
factions within the like spiritual realm. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so on JD Vance,
Fee.
he got married in 2014, and then he was later formally converted to Roman Catholicism at age 35. So it was later that he was baptized and converted.
When later?
It doesn't say.
Was
Just says later.
interesting. Dang, so he
Yeah,
didn't grow up Catholic or anything? He was baptized later.
right.
That's interesting
He
because
he
a
said
lot of
evangelical Christian environment is what he was raised in, though, and then
uh
he went to Catholicism.
I mean, yeah, but I don't his mom was like an avid drug user. She was like a meth head,
Okay.
you know?
Yeah,
So
okay.
it might just be, and he's from Ohio, so it might just be like a
Mhm.
cultural Christian
Yeah, like,
kind of
well,
thing, but not really. Dang, look at me questioning everybody's salvation all of a sudden.
no,
What a
just
jerk.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
a
no,
lot of people claim,
she continues to practice Hinduism
yeah,
because AG asked.
he's made statements, something along the lines of that he respects her faith and sometimes feels like it's more real than his or something. I don't mean to put words
Hey,
into his
that's
mouth.
a big one.
It's something. It was. I might have made that last part up, but he did. He did say something that about her faith compared to his, and I was like, "The heck, bro? How could you say that?"
Yeah.
Um, but anywho, it's interesting that he converted to Catholicism later because Trump ran in 2016. Okay, right? That was the first time, or he won. He won in 16. And a lot of
Yeah.
people say that Vance was kind of raised up to be like a Republican, kind of like Manchurian candidate
Mm,
post Trump. And he was
mhm,
raised up by these like tech oligarchs, you know, like
mm.
Peter Thiel and these guys. Peter Thiel and JD Vance are like this. He funded a bunch of his stuff.
Oh, wow.
Even going back into his law school days, they have a connection. So it would be curious, dude, if he is a plant, it wouldn't surprise me that he converted to Catholicism to have
Yeah,
some kind of
yeah, he needs that base.
affinity with
Yeah,
Christianity.
yeah, he
You know
needs
what I
it.
mean?
Mhm.
Because without that Christian connection in America, you're cooked. You're done at this point.
Yeah, for sure, and he speaks out on this stuff. He talks, I mean, I think he's just getting all the clips for when he's ready to run. Um,
For sure.
just
For
gathering data.
sure. I totally agree, man. It's wild. Um, what else, bro? Have you watched have you watched the Nick Fuentes Tucker Carlson interview?
Just clips of it.
You should watch it.
Just
It's really
clips.
good.
Dude, it felt
Despite
I
Go
just
ahead.
before we get into that, it felt really good to not really be on social media that much over the last 3 weeks. Like, I wasn't
Really?
on very much. Yeah, yeah. It was so
That
good.
sounds nice.
It felt really good.
Were you
Yeah, just
watching all
as
the stuff I was sending you?
not as you were sending it to me, but, like, it would store up until, like, one day I had to, like,
Oh, okay,
be
okay,
on the toilet a little longer.
okay, okay, okay,
And
okay. You had that Mesa Verde runs.
right. You can it was nice. Thanks for being there, buddy.
You got you. I got you.
Um,
You should
so yeah, is it
watch
good?
the whole thing. It's
Did
very
you
good.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
and despite what people may think of the guy, you should watch him and Tucker, like, dialogue about his perspective and Tucker pushback and stuff like that. Bro, if my parents, who are, like, avid Israel supporters, have been there, like, 10 times, donate money, we
Mhm,
argue all the time about it. Well, we discuss,
mhm.
but very animated, discussion,
Yeah, I had one of those
especially my
during
mom.
my trip. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, my dad
Uh
especially. He basically said, "We can't talk about this anymore." Like, he was so mad.
Yeah, we get
Yeah,
there. We get
yeah.
there. But then I'll be in the car and they'll be with me and I'll put something on and
Really?
and
That
on goes the conversation, you
that's
know?
hilarious.
But anyway, I put it on because my buddy texted to me. He's like, dude, this just dropped. So I put it on. We had like a 40-minute drive,
Mhm.
and we're listening to it. And my mom's like laughing at like comments he's making and stuff. And I'm like, what the heck? you know?
That's
And
hilarious.
then we get home and she's like, I want to listen to more of I get back and I keep listening with you. I'm like, okay. She's like, this is very
Nice.
important.
How long was it?
It's like 2 hours,
Okay,
you
nice.
know, but it's really, dude, you know what I've been finding very, very interesting? The, all the talk about like anti-Semitism online, but it's not okay. It's two things happening at the same time. There's an increase of it, right? There's
Mhm.
also uh like recognition of it and calling it out, but it's still allowed to increase. And not just that, but
Mm.
like people have been brought back and platformed again who
Mhm.
were kicked off
Mhm.
for anti-Semitism,
Uh,
like Nick Fuentes.
mm.
Okay. And it's almost as if there's like a desire for an increase in the
Wow.
anti-Semitism. I personally think
Interesting,
I
Ben.
personally think it's an op. Like I think they brought these figures back in. They don't know they're part of it,
Right.
but they
They
allowed these
allowed him
figures
to come back
they
in. Mhm.
allowed these figures to come back. Dude, Nick Fuentes in the past 6 months is the most popular person on the internet
Yeah, yeah, it's
within
crazy.
6 months,
Yeah.
okay? During
I
the
never heard this guy a year ago.
You haven't?
No.
He was hard to all his clips would get taken down, you'd get some stuff here and there. He's been banned for 10 years. He's like
Oh,
the most
I
nuclear
didn't know that.
person on free online.
Oh, wow.
But all of the sudden, out of nowhere, his clips just start popping back up. I'm like, "Dude, what
Right,
the
right,
heck's
right,
going on?"
right.
So, obviously, they
Mhm.
flipped a switch
Mhm.
to allow him and plenty of other guys. I'm not just calling him out because 'cause he's
Yeah.
got, like, the most reasonable take compared
That's
to a
probably
lot of
why
other people.
Tucker has his own show.
Uh, yeah, maybe. But I'm just saying, I think they're allowing this rampant, like, anti-Israel stuff, and I'm not
Mm.
just talking about, like, from a theological perspective, because we can have the discussion theologically as to why I may have the views I have, but
Yeah.
his is more like, "Hey, they're all bad. It's all
Mm.
evil. It's, like, ingrained in them." It's he'll say it's not like a racial thing, but he does say it's like it is an inherent Jewish thing. It's
Mm.
part of their cultural and, like, social upbringing and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think it's an op in order to increase the level of anti-Semitism that exists so that
Mhm.
they can call it out and then restrict
Mhm.
discussion, free speech, etc. Look at the purchase of TikTok
Yeah.
done by Larry Ellis. I think probably the largest Jewish donor to like APAC. I'm pretty sure that was the statistic I read, which is the Jewish lobbying group in America for left and right. You know what I'm saying? Um, and he buys TikTok, and instantly all the anti-Semitism stuff on TikTok gone. You know,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't be surprised if we see more and more calls for restriction on free speech online as a result of increased anti-Semitism, And dude, even on Twitter, I see guys that are like, "Oh, like this dude, his name's Donnie Darko, something like that. Donnie
Yeah.
Darkin, I don't know.
Yeah. So that.
You know what I'm talking about? He's
Mhm.
big in evangelical circles on
Yeah.
Twitter, and he's like, "Oh, you people don't realize how bad the anti-Semitism is going to get because it's been prophesied that it'll happen, that the world will turn against Israel." And I'm like, or is it happening like intentionally? Are they making that happen
Mm.
so that they can restrict free speech and kind of
Interesting.
get claws in? You know what I mean? So it's super interesting because like on the dispensational evangelical side, they're like, oh, this stuff was prophesied to happen. But then at the same time, you look at why it's actually happening, like why A led to B led to C, and you're like, yeah, but they're making it happen. This isn't like an organic thing. It's not like an organic thing that a
No, you're
prophecy
right.
foretold.
You're right. You're
It's
right.
something that they're systematically doing and making transpire. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting. Like
Okay.
even the Gaza stuff, like look at the world's reaction to Israel as a result
Right.
of the Gaza stuff. And
Right.
people are like, it's prophesied that the world will hate Israel, but they're killing a bunch of people. What do you
Yeah.
mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
we hate them because they're killing all those people right now. Like that's why the hatred exists. And is
So
that what the prophecy was about?
that
About
that's
them
right.
being super evil and us hating the evil that they're doing?
Well, that's
Is
what
that what you think?
that's what was just running through my head though.
You see what I'm
Like,
saying though? Like
yeah.
it's really hard to it's hard for me to kind of like
Yeah, no, that just ran through my head
interpret
though. I was like,
what's
"Wait
going
wait a
on.
second." Yeah.
Because I agree. Like I get it.
Well,
I see the prophecies
yeah, they
in
came first, right?
Revelation.
Obviously. So right? So they came
But
first, so they
I
it doesn't
always
matter
thought
really how it comes to play, whether it's
exactly.
them, "Oh, there's a prophecy, let's do it," or, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Dude,
It's happening, like,
exactly.
it was prophesied.
It doesn't
Mhm,
matter if the prophecy happens organically or if they make the prophecy unfold.
mhm.
It was still prophesied.
Still prophesied. Yeah, now,
This is what we told Kada. This is
it
what
would
we
be
told Kada.
interesting to say right. It would be interesting to, like, have some a group that was against it and trying to stop the prophecy, right? Because then,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that would be different because it's like, oh, then they're against what, is
Okay,
gonna happen.
but here's a perfect example of that, bro. So if you recognize, hey, they're making the prophecy unfold intentionally, and you're like, hey, maybe we should stop that. Christians are going to be like, you're trying to stop what God predicted would happen. I feel like they would turn on you.
Right, yeah, they
And
would
I'll give
turn.
you a
Right,
perfect example. I'll
totally.
give you a perfect freaking example. Third temple,
Mhm.
okay? You have pastors like Greg Locke, I think his name is.
Yeah, dude's
I
a
sent you a video
psycho, man.
a month ago, right? When they're all waving like Israeli flags on stage. And
Yeah,
he's like, Israel should just bomb the heck out of them and turn it into glass so that we can rebuild that third temple and the Lord Jesus Christ will come back. And everybody's like,
right.
yeah.
Dude,
Okay.
insane, insane.
So he realizes that they can they can do these things and those prophecies will be fulfilled, okay? And if we are like, hey, maybe don't bomb them because like you're killing everybody and that's evil. We're not called to kill people, right? As Christians. Uh they'll say, yeah, but you're hindering the return of Christ.
Right, right.
And it's like, am I though? Am I? Or are we called not to kill people? Are you
Yeah,
called to kill people to expedite Christ's second coming? Or are we called not to kill people? Which one of those two do you find in scripture?
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you can't say, "Well, because of the prophecy, we have to kill people," either.
Dude, exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Show me one example in the Bible where God like tells somebody
Yeah.
to go fulfill the prophecy that was like
Right.
foretold. You know what I
Never.
mean?
It's
I don't
crazy,
think
man.
I don't think there was ever like a
No.
there's cases where he'll be like, and this is what was foretold by the prophet such and
Mm,
such. There's
mm,
a lot of that in the New Testament.
well,
But I'll give you dude, actually now that I think about it, you know who's the only person that intentionally fulfilled prophecy knowingly that I can think of? Jesus. He was going around place by place, saying words, doing deeds, so that he could turn around and be like, this is what the prophet so and so talked about.
mhm,
When he said, you'll see the blind see and the dead raised, this is it. Jesus was intentionally fulfilling prophecy. And Jesus will probably intentionally fulfill his second coming prophecies because he's the only one that can do so. You know what I'm saying? We
yeah,
don't get to fulfill those things
yeah,
for him to force prophetic fulfillment. Heck no.
yeah, no.
Heck no. That's crazy talk.
Either way, he was right,
Who?
like,
Who?
Jesus. Either way,
He's
you
right.
chop it up, the Bible is true. Like, it's so crazy that, I
It's a
was reading.
win-win.
It totally is. Yeah, I mean, it's brilliant, man,
Even
and
even
beautiful.
if even if people are fulfilling prophecies intentionally, they were still prophesied. It doesn't matter what means they come about by.
Right, right.
God
Doesn't
still
matter.
foresaw it and foretold it, and it is currently happening. You know what I mean? And the people doing it may be evil.
Right.
Even if they're a Christian, they may be in sin, you
Mhm.
know? Which is a wild dude, what a wild thought. How could you like ugh, I don't know. If anything, shouldn't we want Christ's second coming to linger so that more people get saved?
Yeah, Ben, I think the problem is our focus is off. We're looking at the wrong thing.
Mm,
Um, I was talking to somebody about it, and I made this comment. I'm like, yeah, we're just living in the wrong kingdom. Like, it's like,
yes.
we're playing a different game. Like, it's just, um, I think when you look at that, what the gospel of the kingdom, sorry, the gospel of the kingdom is, and what John the Baptizer said and Jesus said, their first words, right? Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is near. I always thought that word near was like, it's this coming, it's soon, it's coming soon, but that's not what that word means. That word near is close, is here, closeness, it's nearness here.
Mm.
And Jesus himself says the kingdom of heaven is within you.
He
Um,
says within your midst.
it depends on what translation you're looking at,
No,
brother.
it doesn't. Pull up the
Yeah.
Greek.
All right.
This has been debated. Sorry to ruin your point, but
I, I
I
think
can't
I think
let misinformation stand.
I
And
actually think
you can
we're
pull it
both
up.
right. We're both right here.
No, it's not. No, we're not. Hey, and I will while you look that up, I need to clarify. Well, actually, I'll correct some misinformation that I stated on the previous episode.
Oh,
When we get to Charlie Kirk updates.
okay.
Did you find it?
It's spitting it out.
A lot of new agey folk will say Jesus said that the kingdom of heaven is within you. That's not what Jesus said. That Jesus said that the kingdom of heaven is basically within your midst, amongst you. He's talking about himself. He's saying, "I am the kingdom of heaven, and I am here with you." You know, but hopefully you can find it. Because I've heard a lot of my buddies that carry crystals in their fanny packs, you
Yeah, yeah,
know,
yeah, I know where. Yeah, I can
they're
totally.
the kind of guys that say, "Oh, Jesus said the kingdom of heaven is within you," and that's not what it says. I remember this. I looked it up. Um,
Did chat like change their responses like recently, the way
why?
they
What's it giving
respond?
you?
I'm I have a specific way when I ask for like Bible verses or Bible
Uh,
quotes, to bring back like different translations and different commentaries, so I can read through it all, and
yeah.
it's really cool actually. I like my little prompt, but I just did it and it's not working. It's giving me a whole different thing and like, choose this option. Do you like this? Do you not like it?
Oh,
And it's
can you tell it that we're live on a podcast and you kind of just need answers as quick as possible? Otherwise, we look dumb and
right.
we're gonna sue it.
They're
Actually,
just can we do that? Can
I
we
don't know.
sue chat? That would be amazing. Imagine if
For
someone sued chat and won.
yeah, I mean, shoot. There's
That's
actually several lawsuits against him, but um, yeah, let me know. Let me know what you find there. And while you do that, hey, you know what? Misinformation. I need to clarify. Remember when I said that they never came out and said that there was a 30-06? They never called out the caliber.
uh-huh. I
They
remember you
did,
said that.
but it
They
was
did.
later on. It was later on. I think it might have been in the affidavit, which actually
Mm,
kind of only came out a little bit ago, you know. But I was doing a deep dive on it, and we'll get there. We'll get there because there's updates on that front too, bro. With the court cases started, all that. Um, so
Candace.
yeah, it's a mess. It's a freaking mess. Still
So the
nothing.
King James says within you. I just pulled up the translations.
Oh, okay.
Chat is really pissing me off. King James is the one that says within you. Uh, ESV is midst of you. Amplified says among you. See, it's not all that bad.
Among you, in your midst.
Within you is the New King James, and the King James.
Those are terrible, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, let's see.
The reason the King James and New King James are terrible, the New King James basically just updates King James language, you know, but the King James was translated before the Dead Sea Scrolls were discovered. So the King James doesn't take into account the majority of biblical manuscripts that we have. So it's a dated, it's an antiquated translation that doesn't have the majority of the manuscripts.
Yeah, the rest of them are in the midst of you.
That's right.
So I'm not saying it is in us like that. I'm saying, here's what I'm saying. I'll just say it. It's very simple. I don't believe the kingdom of God is a place. I believe it's a lifestyle.
Wait, like right now or forever?
No, right now. And then I think that I know we'll be glorified, and then we will be living in the kingdom of heaven on the new earth. But now I believe that we have access to this kingdom through the word of God and through the power of the Holy Spirit. I believe that that's what we are born again into, is this new kingdom. And we have access to this new kingdom. It's just not totally realized to us yet because we're not in our glorified state.
Yeah, I dig
But
it.
we are living this right now. And I believe that we have been called to follow Jesus in the way of living in the kingdom values. And I believe that's what his laws and precepts and commands are all about.
Oh yeah.
Is to follow him in this way, to live counter to this culture and to the systems and patterns of this world, like Paul talks about in Romans. And sorry, I just have a very dry throat. I've been talking all day, man. It's the worst.
Well, dude, isn't that what he set up with Israel? He set up a system for them, a lifestyle of governance of everything, a day-to-day thing that mirrored like how he wanted to be worshipped and how they were supposed to live and engage with one another. And you know what I'm saying? It wasn't just like random stuff that God was like, and don't eat baby calves in the milk of its mothers just because I think that's weird. You know what I mean? Everything he laid out had a reason for it.
Sure.
And it was a mirror. It was an image of what of what probably kingdom living will be like, you know? Hey, by the way, I pulled up the Greek for that. It says theou entos haiman.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you. God, and then this is where the mistranslation comes in. Entos can mean within, inside, or among. So the kingdom of God is within, inside, or amongst you. You know, so it can mean any of those.
Well, that helps a little bit
in the Greek.
Yeah. Again, I think though, I don't want to say that it's only inside me, you know, like kingdom of God is only here. And then that's not how I see it. That's not at all. But I do see that it's that, you know, because of the soul, right? We're living in this state of the kingdom of God. Jesus already came. He already defeated sin and death. Like I believe like we have access to it through his word and through his spirit. I believe that God is experiential too in all of this. And I think that we're focused on the wrong things. That's how we got into this conversation, because I thought we're not focused on the kingdom that we should be focused on. And that's the biggest problem that we have as Christians, is that we're not taught this. I was never taught this, Ben. I was always taught to just wait. We're just waiting for the kingdom. We're just waiting. So just get by the best you can. Don't, what's that saying?
Yeah,
Don't
that's
smoke,
true.
don't chew, don't go like with girls that do. And, you know, that's a Driscoll thing. I got that from Driscoll. And I went to his church, by the way, twice.
Nice.
Yeah, and I got to hang out with our friend John,
John Calvin?
and I got to hang out John the Calvinist, John Calvin, and, charismatic Calvinist, and I got to hang out with Landon, our resident Pastor Landon,
Randon?
Pastor Landon, Pastor
Randon?
Pastor Landon. He's great, man. He's got. I met his boys. They're so like kind and like
Oh,
so
that's
well
cool.
behaved. It's so nice.
Are
He's done a
are
great
are
job.
are our 2 friends as cool in person as they are
I
online?
think they're even they're as cool. Yeah, I was gonna say a little
Yeah?
cooler, but they're as cool. Yeah, I think they're as cool. It was really good for me to be able to meet, and I wish you were there. We got to do a hang though after I
We
move for
will.
sure.
We will.
Because I mean, it's gonna be really great. It's gonna be
Oh
cool.
my gosh.
Yeah.
I love it, bro.
But
Well,
yeah,
we'll make
just
it happen.
let's move on to listen. If you guys want to talk more kingdom stuff, I would always talk about kingdom talk. Like that's just what I talk. All I talk about all day long because it's reframed. It's reframed the way I look at life and look
Yeah.
at relationships and situations
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah,
money
yeah,
and
yeah.
everything. It's changing everything. And I just want to say this real quick. I was on the way to the airport going to Arizona, and I got picked up super super early. It was like 4:15 in the
Ugh.
morning for the flight. And this Uber dude picks me up, and real nice guy. He's talking, and I had a chance to witness. I didn't want to. I was so tired. I'm like, please, I just want to like zone out. There's like a 40-minute drive almost to the airport, and I got the chance to witness to him. It was really really cool. And I remember he turned around and he looked at me, and I was just talking for a while, just telling him like my story and just
Yeah,
telling
yeah.
him about this kingdom that I live in now. It's
And he
totally
turns around and he's like, "Bro, what you talking about? Don't you know the kingdom of heaven's within me?"
and then I'm like, yeah, no.
And you're like,
He's
"Yeah, it is. That's true."
no, he turns around and his face was drenched with tears.
Oh, wow.
And I see him and it's still like, yeah, and it's
Dang.
still like dark outside. And I see it like in the lights and I just look at him and he's just like drenched with tears because he was quiet. He was like silent for like, I
Oh,
don't know, I was talking for like five
shoot.
minutes, 7 minutes, just like going off on this, on my life and all this stuff. He just turns on, he goes, that's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard in my life.
Dang,
And then
bro.
we pulled over, we got to hug. I prayed for him. I
Oh
gave
my
him my
gosh.
information. I'm like, dude, hit me up. That was so cool. Yeah,
And then
he's
he
like, "I
robbed
want
you.
this." It didn't even check. I was I just left.
He was crying because he's like, "Man, I can't believe I'm gonna rob this fool.
No, he
This guy
tried to rob
dressed
me,
up
but I had nothing. So he's like, "I tried to rob this fool, and he's broke." That's why he's crying. Oh, that's good.
Oh my gosh. It's like we pulled
You
over
are the
and
worst.
we pulled over and he was
It was such a
face was
beautiful story.
yeah,
You had to go and ruin it.
that's
Oh
the
my goodness.
best. Those are my favorite moments. Dude, you're like, his face was drenched. We pulled over and then he robbed me.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god. Sorry to ruin that one,
Oh man.
but now you're
Yeah.
crying. So,
Yeah, that was good. Hey, we got a
uh,
question, an important question in the chat.
oh,
Ben, are your walls purple or do you have purple lights?
haha.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Watch this.
Oh
Watch
no.
this.
Oh no. He's never even sure. Oh,
Magic.
I need this, Ben. I need this in my life.
Magic.
I would break. Are
Um,
those the only two colors you can change it to?
no, I'm trying
I
to
mean, they're
figure.
the only two colors that matter because they look great.
Are they changing? I can't tell because of my glasses.
Yeah. Well, now it's like half green, half purple.
Oh, okay. I'm changing one at a time.
That's rad.
Well, shoot. Now I can't go back. Is that back?
It's pink and purple now.
Shoot. I can't tell because of the glasses. What's
What?
this?
How can you not tell me? Oh, I see. That's like
Because
a,
it cancels
what is
the
that? Like a,
spectrum.
I don't know what color that is. Only a
Oh,
woman would know what that
shoot.
color is.
You guys made me break it. Okay, hold on. Let me try this.
Oh, now it's off. Oh, now it's back to the weird color that I can't tell. It's like I don't know what color that is.
I broke it.
I don't know how I can't tell what that color is. That's weird.
Okay.
Maybe it's red. I guess it's a
I
red.
don't know. I'm leaving it.
Yeah.
Dude,
Didn't
what
rewind
else?
it.
Hey,
No, I
are
think
you
so.
watching? Are you watching any of this, or have you kept up with any of this 3-eye Atlas stuff? That UFO comet?
No, I saw a couple of clips, but I'm like, is this old? Are these old clips or what's going on? Is this actually happening? Is it happening,
Uh,
Ben? Is it happening?
I mean, it's not supposed to like hit Earth. It's just supposed to pass somewhat close. And by somewhat close, I mean like hundreds of thousands of miles away.
Hundreds of billions of years, light years from here.
Yeah, exactly. But if you've seen any of the footage or photos of it, and all the experts are like, we really don't know what this is. It's shaped weird. It's massive. It doesn't act like a comet. It doesn't give off the gases or anything of a comet. It looks like it's yeah. It looks wild. And a lot of people were speculating like, hey, this is it. This is the mothership. You know what I mean? But whatever. I don't really care. What I do want to talk about, Dennis, you know how we love talking about aliens, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know how like
We
our
haven't talked
logo,
about aliens as much.
we haven't, bro. We haven't.
Stupid
This is the
politics
time.
and
Yeah,
stupid
screw politics.
man.
So sick of it.
Let's get back to alien talk.
Let's freaking get back to alien talk, bro. Okay, but this has rekindled a passion for aliens,
I like it.
legal aliens. Okay.
Okay. Okay. I thought we were going down to the border again. Okay.
Okay. But here's what I was thinking. Do you remember that photo? Maybe you could pull it up and screen share. Do you remember that photo I showed you about the structures on Mars? Google structures on Mars and screen share for our beautiful audience. Dude, so there's multiple images of different odd looking, massive structures, supposedly structures on Mars, shapes, I should say. There's even some, I don't know if it was real or not, might have been AI, I might have got, but recent like rover footage, and it looked like there were obelisks, you know, like Egyptian obelisks. Even some people were saying that there's shapes that look like structures on the moon, stuff like that, right? And I'm like, you know me, I'm inquisitive, but I'm also very skeptical, but I also love conspiracies, right? So I'm just like, I'm playing it out in my head, and I'm like, if that is the found on Mars, when you pull it up, you'll see why I'm saying this. If that is the remnants of a freaking pyramid, okay, are you finding it? Like the huge square on Mars?
Yeah, I found it.
If that is the remnants of a pyramid, or like the foundation of a pyramid, like, or if there are obelisks and there's more photos that get released of this. Okay, so that's on Mars. Does it tell you how big that is, Dennis? It almost looks like a perfect square. And as we know, nature doesn't make that shape, you know, especially on a place like Mars. And then there's stuff like faces, like you see those two on the top, right
Like
there.
that.
Yeah. There's stuff that looks like faces. Look at the one to the bottom left of the face, where actually I haven't verified any of these other ones. All I know is that square one, and it's massive. It's freaking humongous. Okay. But if it turns out that there really is stuff like this, and like Musk is going to Mars, he's all obsessed with it and stuff, you know what I'm saying? If it turns out that there is stuff like this there, how do we as Christians explain this? Go. Because we're already playing catch up just on the alien topic. You know what I'm saying? Like Christians are behind the ball. And now we're trying to like catch up, and people are like, well, this disproves Christianity. And it's like, well, hold on. Listen to Bennis to Bennis.
Okay, well, let's, I know you're not going to like this, my reaction to this. What if it's just all made up? Like, because we can't, there's no way we can prove this, right? Like, we're getting information that we, you know, from these people that we don't trust. I mean, I don't trust.
Who?
Like NASA and our government.
Okay,
and
well, what if Elon Musk goes?
I don't trust him at all. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, what if this is part of like the deception, like to you know,
Dude,
because
do you not believe in aliens anymore? Did you go to freaking Arizona,
Well,
have diarrhea, and now
no,
you
no,
don't believe in
no.
aliens?
No, what I'm saying though is a different planet, like getting involved in a and them going to a different planet. Like maybe
Ah,
that's kinda what I don't alien or the demonic yeah, and using
got
whatever,
it,
even synthetic bodies, whatever. I don't
got it.
yes, totally agree with that. I think that
But
there's a lot more to do with the oceans than we
but if they
talk about.
fiddle around here, why can't they fiddle around elsewhere?
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. I they could. I mean, they could have I they could. Um, maybe they tried on different planets, we just don't know, and we'll know later, but,
Well,
um
that kinda that kinda leans in the direction that I'm headed. A,
okay.
before the flood,
Mhm.
how advanced are we talking? How advanced do you think the world was, people were
That's
before the flood? How advanced?
that's the question, man. I mean,
How advanced?
it goes back to that guy's those visions, right, that guy
If
had.
you guys haven't seen the episode where we just translated this Romanian Baptist pastor who had a vision while basically in a coma with COVID and then had it repeatedly after he came out of the coma and then shared it and we translated it. You guys got to go back and watch that.
Got it.
Maybe we'll link
Early,
it.
early.
Maybe
Yeah.
we'll link it in the show notes or something, you know?
Yeah, super
It's
interesting.
insane. So he basically saw the world before the flood, and he said that they had technologies we can't even fathom. Like, with all of our computers and all the
Yeah.
we have no idea what those people were capable of and
I
what
think we're starting to
technology
discover
they
that. I think that we're starting to discover, though, the technology. I
bingo,
really do. I think
bingo,
it's happening through sound, through light, through,
different
things
energies.
magnetic stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Different things that we, have been, withheld probably at this point
Maybe. I mean, maybe, or it just wasn't prioritized because computers
because
and
of the Industrial
silicone
Revolution.
was
Yeah.
prioritized. You know what I mean? Like, we progressed down a certain path technologically when there could be a plethora of
Right.
avenues to go
Okay, yeah,
down.
you're right.
But
That's a
we
good
just
point.
as humanity specialized in this one and
Yeah.
took this to its furthest. And where does that lead? AI. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But that doesn't
Right,
mean there's not other forms of energy and technology out there that we could
right.
have went down that route
Sure. Sure, sure, sure.
and advanced in one of those fields
Right,
to
right,
its
right.
end degree, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that might
Mhm.
just be what they did pre-fall. Pre-fall, listen, they were living hundreds of years. They weren't like going to college for
Right.
8 years, working for 30, and then retiring and dying. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You could learn for hundreds of years. You could pass your knowledge down
Yeah.
to generation upon generation upon generation of grandchildren. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
you
totally.
could you could have a 600-year-old grandfather who's been working on one thing, learning one thing and
Yeah,
specializing in that, and just, like,
that's
learn
nonsense.
from him. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And not only the
Amazing.
age thing, but on top of that, they were intermingled with and influenced by fallen angels and Nephilim.
Mhm.
What the heck do you think the Nephilim were? You think they were just really big, but were, like, retarded and wore, like, loincloths and just had a club on their back? You
Right.
think that's what the spawn of fallen angels were freaking like? Dude, these guys were probably, like, insanely smart.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
ruled the
yeah.
freaking world, bro. People,
Yeah.
like, fell down and worshiped them. You don't think these guys were, like, tinkering and inventing? It literally in Enoch, it talks about how the fallen angels gave humanity technology. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you don't think the angels are smart enough? We think that fallen angels might be trying to come back to life through AI. You don't you don't think they might have been doing crazy shit like that before in the days of Noah? You know what I mean?
Right,
And it
right,
wasn't
right.
hey, the days of Noah is just a zoomed in, a telescoped period of time of a few decades, right? But we don't know when the fallen angels came into the picture and
Right.
started this process. They could have been on the earth screwing around for hundreds and hundreds of years. In my opinion, I personally believe that pre-flood humanity was way more advanced than we are today. Way more advanced. Okay. Even like the pyramids, I think that the Great Pyramid and some other structures, like megalithic structures, are pre-flood remnants.
Yeah,
This is just what survived
right. Correct.
the global catastrophe. There might have been this stuff everywhere. And I mean, look at how many pyramids they're finding all over the world today.
Right. Yeah.
That are unexplainable.
Even like in the US, right? Or something.
Bro, in the US, in Indonesia, in Romania, they think they might have found the biggest pyramid ever in Romania. They thought it was a mountain. They thought it was a freaking mountain. And now they're doing scans and they're like, what the heck? They're finding pyramids all over the world, all over the freaking world, amongst people that were separated by half a world who never communicated, supposedly. You know what I'm saying? It's insane. Like the stuff that they're finding right now is insane. And even the stuff underneath the pyramid. Remember those scans, bro? The scans where there's like coils going down, and all of it points to these were some sort of energy, some sort of battery, some sort of something. Dude, for all that we freaking know, the pyramids here communicated with pyramids on other planets like Mars, for example, right? Go with me. If that was the foundation of a pyramid on Mars, how do we know people weren't like teleporting back and forth through these things? How do we know that if we're so advanced today, right, that we can get off planet in the freaking 50s, right? Shut up, Dennis.
Maybe.
Hey, you don't think, well, we could definitely get off planet today.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't believe. And listen, they got off planet in the 50s. I just don't think they went to the moon.
Okay.
But we have satellites, we have things in orbit, there's the International Space Station. All that is off planet. If we can do that in the 50s and today,
you're right.
You're telling me that freaking half angel, half humans who lived for hundreds of years
That's a great point,
with technology brought down from the freaking fallen angel, you're telling me they didn't get off planet?
Great point.
I bet you anything they colonized other planets. I bet you anything, if there's life on other planets, it's remnants of like Nephilim. You know what I'm saying?
Gnarly, dude.
That's that. Bro, get this shit. Hey, that would be
Avatar's real.
That would be so full circle, because when it was prophesied in the garden that I'll put enmity between your seed and her seed, right? This is part of the seed war thing, but this is next level.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
I don't think it stopped at the time of Noah. I think that they got off planet, Nephilim that were off planet, colonizing, bro, bringing minerals back and forth from other planets. There, and you guys might think I'm crazy, but if the pyramids were a means of transportation to and fro, or if they had, dude, we have spaceships, airplanes. We had airplanes since what, the 20s, the 10s? You know what I'm saying? You don't think these dudes found ways to get airborne and in space? How do you think they aligned the pyramids perfectly to Orion's belt? You need an aerial overview of that to get that alignment. It can't be done just by like, oh, okay. Here. You know what I'm saying? There's absolutely no way. And get this. There's UFO cases, okay? There's a chick named Pasulka. I think Adriana Pasulka. I don't know if that's her first name, but her last name is Pasulka.
She was on Joe Rogan, right?
She was on Joe Rogan. She's been on a bunch of podcasts. Nathaniel Gillis, that we've had on a couple of times, talked about her as well. He pulls a lot of his research from her. She makes the case. She says there have been disclosures, okay, where witnesses claimed that we received or that they found UFOs at archaeological digs. Okay. So you're digging up rocks and
Right. Yeah.
hieroglyphics and pottery, and there's a freaking UFO. You could believe it, you could not. You gotta look at the research. You gotta look at what they're saying.
Wow.
You can't just write it off, okay?
Mm,
So they find things like this at archaeological sites, right? How do we know they weren't using that kind of technology, those kinds of crafts to freaking go off planet, to mine, to get crazy minerals and stuff that would allow them to build technology? We need those minerals today to make our technologies.
right.
What about the path they took and the technology they were developing? What if it needed something not from here? And they're
Mm,
doing stuff up there to bring it back. They're transporting it through the freaking pyramid beamings or through the UFO spaceship. Like, we don't know. I'm just
yeah.
saying, if they were way smarter than us, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
And right after God floods the earth and wipes it all out, buries it under miles of mud, because that's what would happen with the global flood. The
Mhm,
mud would bury everything. Okay.
mhm.
Um, right after that, once Noah and his family get off the boat and start reestablishing themselves, I think maybe a generation or two goes by. People start to gather in one place
Right.
and they start building the tower, right?
Yeah, dude.
And what does God say? God says he comes down and sees what they're doing and says, "We need to stop them, or they will
Mhm.
be able to accomplish anything they put their minds to."
Yeah,
That,
yeah.
like, you either think God's joking, or maybe he's referring to something that they were able to do before, which
Mhm,
was anything they put their minds to.
mm,
You see what I'm saying? So if we start finding crazy crap on other planets, remnants on other planets, listen, humans, the only humans God cared about were Noah and his family.
right.
Everybody else, tainted. You know what I'm saying? So if God cares about humanity, God doesn't have to go Nephilim hunting out to the solar system. He could leave those guys alone. They might have came
Mm,
back after the flood with some rare earth minerals in their spaceships, or all of their pyramids stopped working because they can't beam back.
mm.
You see what I'm saying? They're stuck. They're like, oh my God, we got to set up shop here. Something's broken back home. Nobody's communicating back to us. Or spaceships come back and they're like, where is everybody?
We brought him back with that what's that thing? The CERN
Maybe CERN reestablished that.
connection.
Oh my God, hold on. Let's go there. Maybe CERN reestablished the connection,
You guys
or
see how
that form,
excited
or
Ben's
that
getting?
form of energy that allowed for the communication or the teleportation back and forth, or the
Right.
interdimensional like
Mhm,
bending to
mhm.
come through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And maybe they really are coming from another planet slash dimension. But listen, this is full circle,
Yeah.
because in Revelation, where you start getting crazy entities that start appearing on the scene, right? The pit is opened up and monsters come out with the head of a woman, the body of a lion, the tail of a
Yeah.
scorpion, and they torture humanity,
Yeah,
right?
dude.
So you start getting some crazy stuff
Oh.
appearing, right? Hey, how do we know they're not coming? Marzulli talks about this. They're coming and taking genetic material. They're coming and taking cow parts.
Yeah,
How do
yeah,
we
yeah.
know they're not taking them back and creating a freaking army
Yeah.
that
Mhm,
they're going to align with the beast and
mhm.
Satan when he indwells the beast and goes to war against the Christ
Yeah,
and
dude.
his people? How do we know that they're not coming back with that army, that interdimensional, like off planetary army, to capture this planet again, just like they captured it before the flood? How do we
Mm.
know that that's not what's going on? How do we know that they haven't been for 2,000 years amassing an army, rebuilding civilizations, getting their shit back together, getting back to the point where they can try to come back and conquer once again because they were defeated before?
Mm.
And that's literally why Christ comes back when he does. Not because Greg Locke forces him by bombing Palestine and waving freaking flags,
Oh, that's so good.
but because but because the freaking interdimensional like Nephilim seed returns to Earth.
Mm.
And that's why Christ comes back to war against that. He literally
True.
comes back to war. He doesn't come
Yeah.
back just to like, what are you guys doing?
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
No.
silly humans. No, he literally goes to battle with Satan and his cohorts. Bro, it's full circle.
Dude,
We're
that makes
right
so much
back.
sense with
And
like all
it
the
actually
imagery
makes
and
more
Revelation.
sense. It makes more sense. Otherwise, it's just like you have to then explain it away by saying like, oh, it's all spiritual.
It's all
It's just
symbolism. It's all yeah.
it's all just describing like spiritual demonic battles that
Yeah.
people are tortured by. And it's
Yeah.
like, says freaking who? Like, it might not be, you know?
Man, Ben.
Isn't that one dope?
Yeah, that one's dope. AG thought that was dope
Oh,
too. She's like, you might be onto something, Ben.
I,
Welcome,
I'm
friends.
just saying, either God is very sarcastic when he says they can accomplish anything they put their minds to. So we have to confuse their languages. We got to do this now, you know?
Wow.
Or he's dead serious. And it's because he's already witnessed what they're capable of. You know what I mean?
I mean, Jesus himself said that it'll have to be like the days of Noah before he returns.
Exactamundo, amigo. Dude, I'm so bilingual right now.
Man, you're doing great.
That might be what's going on. So get this, man. Hey, and listen, I know it kind of sounds crazy, but based on like everything going on and the evidence, especially like I said with Pasolko's research and the fact that they found stuff they claim is UFOs at archaeological sites from
Yeah, that's wild.
thousands of years ago, buried for thousands of years. They had stuff, bro. They had stuff thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
That we're totally clueless to. You know what I'm saying? And we're trying to
Sure.
reverse engineer to figure out what the heck this thing is. We can't even do it today. We don't even know how they built the freaking pyramids.
Right.
And we don't think they were smarter than us.
Right.
Why? Because they use stone? It survived the global flood, you dummies. Like, we build using paper and toothpicks. Like, I could punch through this house.
Right.
I'll cut my hand, break it maybe, but it'll break. These guys built using stone that survived the global flood.
And weather for thousands
They
of years.
sound really smart.
Yeah.
And it might have served as a like energy source, a teleportation device. Like, we still don't even know what the hell it was used for. Did you know that no mummies were found? No mummies, no bodies were found in the oldest tombs, only in the newer replicas. The kings started ripping off the designs of the old pyramids and then started burying their dead in those rip-offs, in the knockoffs.
No
But
way.
the oldest, the most sophisticated, there was never a single mummy that was ever discovered in any of those
They got
structures.
teleported to Pluto.
No, they weren't burial sites. They weren't tombs of kings.
I know, but maybe they. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody that's like, dude, what are you talking about? The pyramids were just tombs.
You're right.
No, they weren't.
No, they weren't.
The first, you could look this up. The first discovered pyramids, the Great Pyramid, all these other ones, the most ancient ones, never had a mummy in them ever. Historically, and dude, the Egyptians never even claimed to build them. The Egyptians claimed to have discovered them. And then later on, Egyptian kings emulating these structures, which they then built their civilizations around and worshipped at, started saying, we're God, so I should have one of these thingies. And then when they died, they would be buried in their little replica. But it was just cobbled together. It's trash. Like, it's not as advanced as the old one. So it's backwards. The more advanced humanity got, the less capable they were of pulling that off. You know what I'm saying? It's incredible, bro. It's incredible. But then,
man,
then here's the thing. If they come back, or if there's been communications or stuff like that, and the elites of this planet know what's going on, or the governments know that something's on its way, dude, wouldn't it kind of make sense that humanity would kind of remember we talked about this before. If there was a and Reagan talked about this, if there was a global threat to this planet from like a alien force, that would
Mhm.
force humanity to unite and come together to solve this dilemma, right?
Yeah, that's what Reagan said, right?
That's what Reagan said, right?
Mhm,
If the elites know that something's on its way, like a
mhm.
three-eye atlas or something, and we know that we're not anywhere near prepared for what's coming, wouldn't it kind of make sense that the smartest, most advanced companies, like tech companies, all across the planet, every single country, all start working on super intelligence to try to help us figure out what to do?
Mm.
I wonder if that's why the scramble, dude, in the past 5 years, the scramble globally has been to develop a technology that can arguably destroy humanity and enslave us and kill us. AI.
Mhm.
But even though that might be a consequence, what if it's, hey, we can't solve this other problem that's on its way and they're going to kill us faster than this technology is going to kill us? You see what I'm saying? So what if they're developing? Because
Mm.
listen, the whole world's in a scramble for this thing. Everybody's doing quantum computing and AI research, even though it's going to destroy the economies, take all jobs, possibly enslave us. There's no
Well
upside. There's no upside to
well
anything.
well, they're racing to be the they're racing to be at the top. They're racing to be the one, right? I mean,
Who cares? They can't control it. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a lose-lose.
mm,
You can you think that the smartest people on the planet think they're going to control sentient AI? What? How? With your keyboard?
yeah, that's a point. That's a good point.
You see what I'm saying? They're literally building an intelligence that will destroy us. It will destroy this world. Everything we've known, it will upend it. Why would we do that? Why would we be on a like kamikaze run to the bottom and everybody's racing to do it? What if they know something's coming and this has been the agreed upon solution? We need to create something that might be able to help us fight what's ever on the way because we can't think of anything. You see what I'm saying?
Or what if what if but what if it's in collaboration? What if what they're building, this sentient AI, is in collaboration with the whatever's
Oh,
coming? See, that to me makes more
oh.
sense. You know, the evil plan, it makes more sense.
Well, that can very well also be that can very well also be the possibility because a lot of the people working on this say that they've gotten schematics,
Right,
plans,
right,
ideas
right,
from communication with
right. Yeah,
entities.
yeah.
Nathaniel talked about this last time he was on. You know what I mean?
Mm,
So it would not surprise me at all if whatever is coming has instructed these people, these
right,
elites from all over the world,
right,
to create
right.
this thing.
Yeah, maybe that's the way they enter, is through this AI, through this technology, is the way they enter into our realm.
It might not be the way they enter because they might be physical. If they're coming
Or
here
just
on a craft,
or just control.
it might just be the system
Yeah.
that they deploy
Mhm, mhm.
preemptively before they ever even arrive. They
Right,
have
right,
the
right.
system of control in place that
Mhm,
we've already
mhm.
adopted.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
right,
And do you remember it says that at one point the beast is indwelt by Satan?
right.
The beast
The
is
beast, yeah,
indwelt by Satan.
yeah.
What if the beast is the AI and whatever this thing is that's coming is like, dude, it could straight up be Lucifer. It could
Bro
straight up be Satan.
bro,
And he
we're
just
gonna get
comes down and like melds with the AI
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
boom, it's over,
yeah.
baby. Like
and it's
we
integrated in everything. It's
and
integrated in
it's in
everything
everything,
that
and it's in
we
everything, and
do.
it knows everything. It knows who
Yeah.
took the mark, who didn't take the mark. It can kill you as a result. It's
Yeah,
in
yeah,
everything. It has total
yeah.
dominance and control, right?
I
Hey,
wonder if go
and they
ahead.
don't even have to build it when they get here. It's already
Yeah,
here.
it's already here, yeah. We
All he
built it.
has to do is meld.
We built it for them.
We built it, baby. And guess what? You know what they gave us in return for building it? Dollars.
Right,
Like
right, yeah.
like
Yachts.
paper.
Yeah,
The,
yeah.
the devil's like,
Stupid.
you want paper?
Sure. Here you go.
Okay. I'm gonna have your soul, you idiot.
Right. Dude, yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's
I think we're
wild.
gonna get visited by I think we're gonna get some, like, door knocks happening soon on our hotel.
I have a window right here.
Yeah, I
Hey,
think,
dude, just think about it, man. It's so wild. Like we read the Bible, right?
we figured it out, Ben.
No, listen, we read the Bible and we have these like ideas. Like the think about Left Behind, the series,
Mhm.
and you're like, oh man, that's crazy. That's so wild. Think about all the stuff left behind, left out. We should make a series called Left Out based on Left Behind. You see what I'm saying? Because they left out a lot of stuff.
I'd watch that.
All they did was have a rapture, a one world government, and
Yeah,
beheadings. But
yeah,
they left out a lot of stuff.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
we're the scorpion
We're the
horses and
freaking
stuff.
scorpion flying women, the putas. They're back.
Always the putas.
Oh, is the putas. Hey, I'm just saying, that's how we picture the end time stuff going down with our
Yeah,
puny little
yeah.
minds that are very unsupernatural. But we're
Well,
playing in a supernatural game.
it's
You know
also
what I'm saying?
been desensitized with this, with Marvel and DC
Oh,
and
dude, no, I don't think we've been desensitized. I think that's the pre-programming. I think that's what it will actually look like.
well,
Eh,
yeah,
you
I
see what I'm
agree,
saying?
but I think it's we've looked at it now as just fantasy, right? As just like
Bro,
it's so far from being reality.
but hold on. Who looks at it as just fantasy?
I think the majority of people, yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
us.
think so. I think Christians. Christians look at the Marvel
Oh,
stuff because they're influenced by
oh,
Left Behind.
ooh.
Christians look at it as fantasy.
Oh, dude.
Everybody else is like, where's the aliens? We're
Okay,
waiting for aliens. You see what I'm saying?
okay,
Everybody else is primed.
bro.
We're the freak. I'm telling you, Christians have been so brainwashed.
Is that the
We're the
great
ones.
deception, man?
We're the ones on our back foot trying to catch up with all of this stuff
Dang.
that's going on. You see what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, at least, yeah. Well, we're the ones that are probably like rejecting that more. The others are just more accepting of it,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah, totally. Because we have a picture in our mind of what we expect end
Yeah.
times to look like. When in
Ugh.
fact, it can be way closer to a Marvel movie
Right. For
than
sure.
a Left Behind
Yeah.
movie. You
Yeah,
know what
dude.
I mean?
Hmm.
Um, and
Yeah.
you have to remember 2,000 years ago when John, well, I mean, we'll just use John, right, on Patmos, is getting a vision like, I don't know what it looks
Mhm.
like, of the future, and he like comes back and writes Revelation. He's still just a dude from 2,000 years ago on a
Mm.
rock, and all he's ever known is fishing, walking, maybe sheep. Like
Okay.
that's the guy that wrote
Yeah.
Revelation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when he's like writing what he saw
Yeah. Yeah.
2, 3,000 years into the future, and
Mhm.
he's trying to describe the stuff he's seeing, he's like, a dragon,
Right. Right. Right.
and it looked like the head of a woman,
Right.
but it had a tail of a scorpion and kind of the body of a lion.
Right.
You know
The
what I
four
mean?
faces. Yeah.
So it's just like, and it talks about the four horsemen, and
Mhm.
he's talking about this and he's talking about that.
Yeah.
So I'm not so stuck on like the physical description of what John's writing about because I think this is just me personally. I think he's using his language and his paradigm, okay, to describe something that he cannot.
Correct. Yeah. I
But
totally.
what I do put a lot of weight on is like the activity of those things,
Mhm.
right? Because you can use 2,000-year-old language to describe torture, torment, killing. Like
Sure.
that translates real well.
Right, right, right. Yeah.
Face of woman, body of lion, tail of scorpion.
Right.
Maybe not so much, you know?
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
those things
Mhm.
tormenting those things tormenting those with the mark for 7 months or something, 6 months. I don't know the timeline. I get that. I understand that just fine. You know what I mean? So when we're in Revelation in these very symbolic books, I don't know. I feel like we have better imagination and word pictures that we can use to paint the same truth and make it
Mm.
way more like realistic and digestible
Realistic.
and
Yeah.
palatable.
Mhm.
You know what
Mhm.
I mean? Whereas today we'd be like, "Oh yeah, aliens come and torture those with the chip implant for 6 months." And people be like, "That makes a lot of sense."
Mhm. Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Totally. Man, so good, man. I love this stuff. This is what a great conversation on this.
Ugh.
I mean, okay, but then how, here's where I get hung up a little bit. Because then I read like I have a difficult time. I think we might have talked about this before. Looking at what we just talked about, right? That's cosmic. Like what we just talked about was just insane. But it's very, very like it's out there, but it's also like very possible with what we're seeing going on right now in our on the globe in the globe, right? Around the globe with technology, with everything. It's very possible. Everything we talked about is actually not far fetched. It's possible. Um,
Oh, it's not far-fetched at all.
Right. So then I go and I read the Bible, right? And I'm reading in the New Testament about like the church structure and like people in the church and how we should treat each other and how like like women shouldn't talk in the church. Like just like
Hallelujah,
we're talking about like
putas.
this is where like there's just a disconnect. It's like, okay, how, how
What? Why?
because like it seems like there's other things we should be talking about. Like,
Other than church structure?
yeah.
But we are talking about that too. Here's the thing. Hey, these things haven't happened. They actually still haven't happened. Okay? Everything we just described, right? Everything we talked
Right,
about for the
right.
past 30 minutes haven't
Mhm.
happened yet. They might still not happen for another 1,000 years. We don't know.
True.
Okay? So in
Mhm.
the interim, for the past 2,000 years, a lot of the stuff has applied. The church discipline stuff,
I see.
the church
Mhm.
government
Yeah,
stuff, right? The
yeah.
stuff in the Bible is like it's dude, it's what's in there is perfect for us to know how to, I don't know, like live.
Yeah.
And then we just get this freaking like curveball at the end where it's like, and that's how it all ends.
That's where like, that's where the disconnect is, though. Like,
Why?
you're okay with that just massive curveball out of
Hell yeah.
nowhere?
What do you mean?
No, man.
It might not
That's
affect me at all. I might be dead.
yeah, true.
And
So,
what
I
does
mean,
affect me is the freaking like 70, 80, 90 years
okay,
of all the other stuff that I need to work out.
right, but I think that it has more purpose, though. I think that the stuff that we're reading in the New Testament has even more purpose than what we're making it out to be in our church systems.
Yeah.
I think
It's
if we're gonna look at a cosmic like view of the world, I think we have to look at everything in the Bible through this cosmic lens, right? We can't just take, well, just for our time's sake, like, nah, I think it's got to connect with the rest of it,
it should
with the
definitely
rest of
connect.
the crazy stuff. So
Yeah.
what if, like how we talked about like the laws, like you said in the Old Testament, right? The rules, regulations. And what if the way of living that Jesus said to follow him and all the things that he said in the Sermon on the Mount and all these things, right? Like maybe there's more to that kind of living that's more cosmic than we actually really think.
Oh, definitely.
Because I think that it for most people, it's just so dry. Like, it's just, oh, it's just maybe just to maybe be a nicer guy, like, maybe not to, like, yell at my wife or not to,
Yeah.
like, that's all it is. It's just, just to live a better life, the best you can,
Yeah.
like, just fast so that, like,
But
I don't know,
okay,
like.
but I have a question.
Mhm,
If if these guys that you're describing right now, right? The one that's not being mean to his wife and the one that doesn't know why he's fasting, okay? If that person saw Christianity more as a Marvel movie, right?
mhm,
With
mhm,
everything we just described,
mhm.
do you think that they would be more inclined to take it more seriously?
Yes, totally.
Ah,
Yes,
so
that's
do you
what I'm
think
saying.
do you think part of the dece dis deception
Mhm.
deception within Christianity is
Yep.
to remove the supernatural and kinda
Yes,
water things down and just
totally,
make it this, like,
totally.
mundane,
That's exactly
kinda
what I
you're
think.
just a good person, and then on Sunday, you sing a song and feel good, and then go live out the rest of your week as if you're just
Ben
somebody else that's better than your neighbor?
Ben, I saw some stuff, bro, and I can't
Ooh, you saw
I
some
can't
stuff.
I can't it's so it's been for 3 years now, so
Oh, you saw some
it's
stuff.
yeah, and now, like, I'm starting to in small ways starting to, like, piece it together as far as, like, the cosmic and the Bible. Like, for what I'm reading in the Bible is not how I used to read the Bible before. It's But even when
For
it comes
sure.
down to the spiritual practices and things that Jesus did, and his disciples taught, like, the way we're supposed to interact with each other and um, even the church structure. I mean, if you break down the church, there's just so much to that. Like, um, I think it's to combat deception. I think a lot of
Oh,
that is to
yeah.
combat the deception and so that we could remember um, all the things the Lord has done. Right? Um, Gosh, there's so many verses that talk about to remember,
Uh,
remind. It's
that's what
all
bro,
over the Bible.
that's what altars were.
Right. Yes.
In the
Yes.
Old
Yes.
Testament,
Mhm.
altars that they would erect, God would do something, and they'd get a bunch of stones and pile them together, and you're like,
Yeah.
"The heck do they keep putting stones on top of stones for?" Like,
Right.
it's so weird. Every single time it says,
Mm.
"So that we will remember what the Lord did, da, 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 da,
Yeah,
da, da,
dude.
da, and so that our children will know what the Lord did, da, 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 da." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what they were meant to do, was to remind the generations of
So
what
I
God
th
did.
so if the mind is if there's such a pivotal part of our existence, right, and our being, it
Oh, yeah.
separates us from animals too in a lot of ways, right, and from
Yeah.
other creatures, and so if it's so integral, like the things that when you read in the Bible and in the New Testament with Paul and Peter especially, it
Hmm.
affects the mind so much. Like, they talk about the mind so much. Jesus, I mean, and then and talking about the lifestyle, like I talked about earlier, the kingdom of heaven lifestyle, and
Yeah.
how but we need to apply these laws and commands of Jesus and of the Psalms and the stories that we're reading in the Old Testament into our mind. Man, it really does change. It changes the way we think. It opens us up. I think I think what it does is it kind of shatters, like, and it wakes us up to actually what's happening out there, this cosmic war that's going on and what's happening around us. And that's what we're breaking out of the deception almost of the enemy, by the light of God, right? He's shown in the hearts to give us the light,
Yeah.
of the glorious knowledge of God in Christ, right? It was God who said that He's shown in the hearts, just like He did in creation, to give us the light of the glorious what knowledge of God in Christ. There's a lot there that has to do with the mind, and I think, when I say that there's a disconnect, I think I'm starting to figure it out. I'm starting to look at the Bible, in the New Testament, and say, "Oh, well, this affects the mind in this way. This affects the mind in this way. This affects the body in this
Yeah.
way. This affects." So it's helping me combat the negative. I'm draining out, or I'm totally filtering out and removing so much from my mind that I used to let in my mind in my life.
That's a good
It's
point.
just
Maybe I
totally
should
going
stop
away.
sending you Instagram reels.
It's
I'm
No,
like the one
you're
last
the
thing
one. You're like, just like
that's just got a hold on your
no, I have a couple. I
ankle
have a couple. I have a couple friends.
as you're like
Not
getting
as bad as you.
raptured, as you're like
Just one
transcending
more meme,
to the
Dennis. Just
next
one more.
level. And I'm like, did you see this one?
Dude, you were on fire the other night. Though I was like, oh my goodness! Every single one, I was like crying. Every single one.
Dude, every once in a while, my algorithm. Okay, you know how you could you go to your suggested
Mm-hmm.
and you'll find
Mm-hmm.
something, you click it and you're like, that's lame. And then you'll go back to suggested, scroll, find something else. And then if it's good, you could scroll to the next one, and it'll keep
Oh
giving
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah, yeah. It gets crazy.
every once in a while. That freaking scroll is just banger after banger after banger. You know what I mean? Like the algo just hits this
Yeah,
particular
sweet spot.
stream that you're just like,
They're
and
like,
then
"Ah, we
you'll
got him, we got him, we
they got,
got him."
and then
The
I'm just
enemy's
like,
like, "We
I'm
got
like,
him."
I'm laughing out loud. I'm like sending it out like a freaking like a airplane. What are those guys called that get jets in to the airplane? I don't know, a conductor or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah, yeah, right.
I'm
I
like
know what you
sending
mean.
it out to all my different friends
Mhm.
because I have certain stuff I could send to certain people and stuff I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
send to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then every once in a while, I'll hover over somebody's face and I'm like, dude, should I send it to them? I don't know if they'll get it. I think
do
they might
the
get
same
offended.
thing.
You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
like hover,
I have to
you
question it.
hover.
Have you ever sent it and deleted it? Like, you went back and then deleted it?
No,
I've done
no,
that. I've
no,
sent it, I'm like, "Oh, no, I should not have sent it to that person." I went and I deleted it before
no.
they could see it.
I think about it
Yeah, no, I
hard.
sometimes go too fast.
I have my
Did you
go-to like 5
Yeah.
that I'm like, oh, anything, pa, 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 pa. And then I
I
have
don't have
like,
that many. I only have 2.
I
Yeah.
have a few. I have a few.
Yeah, you're one of them.
And yeah,
All my
anyway.
others are gonna be like, is that me? Is that me?" Um, I, I found a little, kind of like a little trick. It's kind of no, I shouldn't say this. No, I'm not gonna say
What?
this live. No, no.
Why?
I'll tell you offline. I'll
Bro,
tell you that. No, no,
it's
no.
our
I have to.
friends.
No, no, no. I can't.
Are you gonna get canceled?
Probably.
Mm.
Um, but did you hear that? I saw this thing that they were talking about how movies and shows are made now,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
that they're dumbed down so that
Yeah,
you can look at your phone and scroll while you're watching a
yeah.
movie or a
It's
show.
insane.
That's crazy, dude. But think
It's
about that.
insane.
They care more that you're on the phone scrolling than they do watching the content,
It's so silly.
or at least to
That's
get to that sweet spot so you could do both.
think about how like nihilistic that is. They don't make something that captivates you.
Right.
They know they're already cooked and that you're already doing something else because this is so dumb.
Right.
Just make a better freaking movie, you idiot.
Yeah.
Maybe if it wasn't so corny and stupid and lame, we wouldn't be on our phone looking at
Yeah.
something funny.
Yeah.
Make this funnier
That's the problem in my
and
opinion.
I'll be captivated here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm
But they
watching a
don't
good
want to.
movie, I'm not on my phone.
They want us to do both.
I don't think they're capable of it. No, no, I don't think that they don't want to. Dennis. I don't think they're capable of making good movies anymore. I think the
Really?
people,
Mm,
dude, I'm 40, you're 40 something, right?
yeah. 45. Thanks.
We're retarded. Think about how much more stupid younger people are than us.
That's gonna be a clip.
They're the ones that are in like writing positions and working at studios, and you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
If we can't make a good movie, although I think we
Probably
would
can.
make a banger. If we put Left Behind, I'm sorry, if we made Left Out
Left out.
of Left
Based on
Behind,
based on lifting.
Left Out of Left Behind, okay?
Right.
That would be I think that would be top of the charts.
Still here.
Yeah, still here. But that's why I don't think like Hollywood is capable of
Mm.
making anything good anymore. I just think that it's beyond them.
That's so sad.
That's why all they do, Dennis, is recycle old movies.
Yeah, that's true. They do.
They recycle old storylines, old movies with like a new woke cast. Okay, somebody's black, somebody's
Dude,
gay,
that's so
somebody's
interesting.
trans. It's the same
Bro.
storyline, or it's all women. They're like, yippee, we made
Ben.
it. Here's money.
That's so interesting, man, because that's so true. Like the devil can't create; he can only like pervert and copy, right?
Well,
He
I'm not
can't
saying
really. Well,
we're
I'm
not
saying like
saying that the
in
original
ideas.
Hollywood storylines were God's creation and Satan's now just copying.
No, no. Well, no, but he's copying and distorting, right? He's copying and
Satan's
twisting.
vessels today are more retarded than they were 30 years ago, and he can only do so much with what he's
But that's what I'm
got.
saying. He can't create new. He can't make it. He can't continue to make things beautiful like God does. He can only recycle stuff.
Yeah. We watched have you seen the movie Death Becomes Her?
No,
It's
no.
on YouTube. It's on Netflix. Do you have Netflix anymore?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I went to T-Mobile and they gave me like
Free Netflix?
Netflix, Hulu, and Apple TV
Oh,
for
lucky.
free.
Okay.
Crazy. I don't.
We
But
wa-
I didn't need them. It's like the devil. It's like saying, "Hey, you don't. You know,
Hey,
here you
here. It's like me
go."
on your ankle
Free.
showing you one more meme.
I got Ben on one
And then
T-Mobile.
Netflix Satan. You know the good angel, bad angel, you know?
Yeah,
But these are just too bad.
he's hanging on to me.
Like holding you. You know? Hey,
Uh,
okay, check out. This is a classic. This is from like 98 or something like that, 96. Death Becomes Her. Bruce Willis is in it. You might have seen it's where these two girls are battling for the same guy, for Bruce Willis. And
mm,
they take this serum that lets them live forever, but then the women kill each other, but then they're still alive. You haven't seen it? It's
no.
hilarious.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
hilarious. Me and Rebecca
Okay.
watched it on like a little date night last week,
Okay. I'll check it out.
and
I
one
need
of
a
them
date.
gets shot.
I need a date.
Well,
Yeah.
just watch it anyway.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All
But it
right.
was such a funny, creative, unique story. And you realize like they're never gonna nobody today will come up with that. Nobody.
Yeah.
It's over.
You
It's
have
over,
really
bro.
lost all hope for that part of our
Oh, for
humanity.
sure. No, it's over. And think about it.
Yeah.
Nobody else is gonna go into that field because AI is gonna take it over entirely.
Is that why I like kids shows like now more than I like adult shows? I watched that Elioy show with my daughter. That movie with my daughter was so good.
All
Mm.
animated, it's
Yeah, this
fantastic.
so good. All this stuff
Yeah,
is
because
great.
they like get creative and they push the boundaries and like come up with
Yeah,
new
yeah,
stuff. But with acting, when it's real stuff, they just come
yeah.
up with like woke garbage. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Anywho, bro. Hey, welcome back.
Thanks, man. It's good to be back.
Was there anything else in the comments?
Um, no, kind of a light night tonight, but thanks AG for hanging out with us. She was
Yeah.
in it. She agrees with me, like the craziness, the disconnect from like ladies being quiet in church to super alien scorpion invasion. Like, but there's got to be a connection. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's exactly how I see it. It's like, okay, wait a second, because that's what I'm saying, Ben. I saw some stuff, and so
I
like for
know you did.
me, it's like,
Dude, you have to you're gonna have to tell people your like vision from 3 years ago that
yeah,
basically saved you.
bro,
Like,
and it's I passed the 3-year mark, man. Amazing, huh?
I
October
know,
5th.
but that's what
Um,
can we do it? Can it be like an anniversary episode?
every year we say this. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do it. I'm
When are
getting there.
you
It's getting closer and closer. It's just
what the heck do you mean? It's been 3 years.
that's not my fault. It's not my fault. I'm not released.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, but it's getting good though. I'm starting to see some stuff, Ben, over the last 3 years. It's becoming more clear to me. Let's just say that, and
Okay.
it does tie in to the cosmic stuff like that we talk about. And I'm
I
starting to
believe
see
it.
how the Bible and how these, because for like the last, I don't know, a couple of years, at least for the last year, like I talk a lot about spiritual practices, and that's what when I talk to people, like when I'm doing counseling work, whatever, that's what I do. It's like, hey, all right, I'm going to help you remember remember what you believe, and then we're going to follow Jesus together, and we're gonna clean house. We're going to add some stuff into our life, and we're gonna do this daily, and we're gonna move forward, and we're gonna ask the Holy Spirit for help every single day, and we're gonna walk this walk together. And
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, I see their minds change, repentance happen, their appetites go away. I see healing happen in their
Yeah,
mind and
yeah,
their
yeah, yeah.
body. Dude, it's amazing what's happening. And so there's a connection there. There's got to be
There is.
something.
There is, bro. There's got to be something.
It's not
But
boring,
but
man.
but we're too distracted, man. We're
Well,
too
we're
freaking
distracted, and
distracted.
religion is just boring. It's just so like dry. We need to talk about this kind of stuff. We
Yeah.
need to talk about the cosmic stuff. We need to talk about the stuff that actually changes our mind and our behaviors because of that. Not just
Yeah.
focusing on the behavior and say, stop doing that. How can you freaking stop if your mind is not renewed? You can't. You
Oh, yeah, you
can't.
can't.
You can't.
You can't.
You have to have your mind renewed, and that
Yeah.
is a process, and that takes some time, and that takes community, and it takes some diligence, and it takes the Holy Spirit.
That's like when people sometimes when I talk to people about like the free will Calvinism stuff,
Mhm, mhm.
hot topic, right? But
Hmm.
and they're like, of course there's free will. Of course people choose God. Of course that. And I'm like, uh, you think you unenslave yourself from Satan?
Yeah, bro.
You literally don't have the the willpower to stop eating chips past 10 o'clock at night, despite how many times you've told yourself, I need to stop snacking. And you think you're going to unenslave yourself spiritually from Satan without the Holy Spirit doing that work for you before you
No.
ever chose
All we
anything.
do is realize that He chose us.
Yeah.
That's all we do.
Yeah.
We come to a realization that we are loved by the Creator and that He chose us. That's
Yeah.
all I do. That's all that happens to me. I
That's it.
realize it, that He loves me, that He saved me. That's what I do. That's my part. I
Yeah.
realize it and I believe it and then I trust it. And then
Yeah.
I move on trusting. That's the part where we do have, because of the faith, that's where works do come out. It's a natural progression. Obedience is natural from a posture of of salvation, of understanding salvation.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
That's where obedience comes from. That's where good works come from. It doesn't come from it. It's if it's not the cross that did it, it's not. It's not even of God. That's what Luther talks about. And so, but I just had this. I had before we got on to record earlier. I had some quiet time with the Lord, and then after that, I listened to this song, "Only the Blood," I think it's called, or whatever. And I had this moment. Really good song. Must have been the blood or something like that.
Hmm.
Anyway, and it's just a good reminder of how it's just Jesus. It's just Jesus. It's just Jesus. It's just Jesus. It's nothing. I did nothing for this. And it was such a good place to be. But, and then that fits in perfectly with all of this too. Like even the whole cosmic story, and everything that's happening, even that fits in perfectly, right?
Yeah.
It makes sense in the story of the gospel of the kingdom.
Oh, dude, that's it. That's how the scorpion, like women, ties into women not speaking in church. It's all about Jesus.
It's all
Like,
about
it's
Jesus.
actually
Yeah.
not about us.
Right.
It's not about the structure. It's not about the scorpion women.
Mhm.
Everything's about Jesus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that all of these other things that we're talking about have to somehow tie into
Mhm.
Jesus.
Mhm. Mhm.
Whether it's he's the seed that's going to battle this like tranny scorpion, or women need to submit to their husbands as Christ loved the church or whatever. You know that verse.
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, I think you
Okay,
totally
cool.
butchered it, but
Yeah,
it's so good.
I forgot. Like
We're gonna leave that. That's a good one.
mid word, I'm like, oh, I forgot. It both ties into Jesus because he is the victor in that. The
Yes.
women don't speak, right? Because whatever, Jesus is the head, and the tranny scorpions get rocked because Jesus is the seed. Like everything, no matter what angle you approach
Yeah,
Christianity or scripture from, it always has to culminate in Jesus.
always.
You know what I'm saying? It's not about us. It's not about anything like that.
Yeah.
We're just like, even our salvation is for Christ to be glorified more.
Right, right, right.
It's not because we're cool, because he loved us, because none of that. those things happen because Christ gets glorified more. He even loves us because he gets glorified more. He forgives us because he gets glorified more.
Mm,
It's all about him.
mhm.
We literally benefit from him getting glorified. We
Yeah,
get saved because he gets glorified. So we're just
yeah,
like he's getting glorified and we're just like on his back, like we're
yeah,
piggybacking.
yeah.
We're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I'm not going to hell."
Dude, that but Ben, man, what you're talking about, it changes everything, dude. Like that what you're talking about is really, really big, and it's not talked about enough in the church, man.
That it's all
Like,
about Jesus?
yeah,
That's
it
wild.
church has become about us, right? The music, the show, and I'm not against this stuff, you know, because
I am. I am.
I'm not totally against it. I think I'm against the way the church structure is and all that. I am so over that, man.
Putas.
I'm sorry, I'm so over that.
Me too.
We should definitely have a podcast on that and talk about that. But I I lost my train of thought.
I think we were talking about tranny scorpions
Yeah, yeah,
and
you're
how it
good.
points to Jesus, and not a lot of churches talk about how it's all about Jesus.
Right, right, right. And it's yeah, it's thank you. It became about us. It became
That's it. Yeah, yeah.
totally about us, man. The songs that we sing is a lot about us. I was talking to somebody about that. It's like,
Yep,
dude, man, like, and I'm trying not to be
yep.
like picky about this stuff, but it's like, I, I don't know. Yeah, it's
It
all about what Jesus did for us. And it's a good reminder, man. That's a good reminder that we have to be reminded of this stuff. Like, we have to be reminded of what he did all the way throughout creation, right? And from creation on, we need to be reminded of all that stuff and what he did. It's a really, really huge part of our life, of our Christian walk, is to be reminded.
yeah.
But I think it's that like the focus of the worship has changed in the church,
Oh, for sure. And a
right?
lot of it's just declarative, like, "I will do this. I will love you.
Mhm.
I will" me, 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 me.
Yeah, yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like, why are you saying like, why are you singing that? Because
Yeah,
you're probably gonna leave this building and not keep your end of that
right.
bargain.
The song "To the
So
Ends of the Earth," like, "I'll go to the ends of
are
the
you
earth."
lying in
Right,
the song you're singing? You know what I mean?
right.
Shouldn't it just be like worship glorifying
Yeah, "I'm a sinner, have mercy on me," right? Like, that should be, like, the
how
main
great thou
thing,
art,
like
stuff like
right,
that.
that
You know
should
what I
be it's
mean?
the reverence that, we come to God with,
Yeah.
the fear and trembling. I mean, listen, man, I mean, that's what dude, they told Moses to walk away, like, to get away from them because of that, of how bright he was and the veil that that was scary. They're like, "Hey, you go and talk to him. We can't. We're
Yeah.
afraid. You go and talk to him." I mean, that's the posture I think, like, we forget. Yes, God is Father. Yes, He is loving. Yes, He is kind. Yes, He is good. Yes, He is patient. Um, but I think we have this. I make this comment. I'm grateful for the chosen. I really am. I'm grateful for the chosen. It was a big blessing for me over the last 3
Yeah.
years of my life, especially that first year. Man, was that
So
like
good.
perfect timing uh, for what I was going through. But and for so many, right? For so many people, millions of people all around the world. So I'm grateful. But as I read more, and I'm starting to become more familiar with the character of God and the Son of Man, Jesus, right? The flesh. As I'm getting more familiarized with both, or same God, I guess, but it's you know what I mean. The different characteristics of this human body, Jesus, and this spiritual being, God. I'm becoming to. His voice is changing in my head. His voice is becoming this like awesome voice, like this really big, beautiful, powerful, not flippant, not just joking around type of cool
Oh,
guy kind
man.
of Jesus.
With in my head, he's still the joking around one.
like
Oh,
he's humorous,
shoot.
and I've laughed. I've things I've had situations with the Holy Spirit where I would just start laughing and like, oh my gosh, like I think like we had a moment there or something. I don't know. Like I start laughing.
Did you become best friends?
He'll bring something to mind and I'll just start laughing, or something will happen and and I'll just start laughing. So I believe, I mean, he created humor, but and I don't want to take that away from his characteristic at all, but um, my view of God has changed, like to be this more awesome, more reverent, I guess, kind of father. I was thinking about his sovereignty earlier today, and I was just like in awe of his sovereignty, of just how intricate he is on every detail of existence. And that God is made, it was everything was made through Jesus, for Jesus, by Jesus, right? Like
Mhm.
through and to and for. And those verses, man, they mean a lot. Like it's like, okay, he's in it all, man. He's involved in all of this. It's amazing. Um, yeah. Anyway, I know I went on a rant there, but
Bro,
I
we're
like
back.
talking about this. This was a good talk. We got some alien out. We needed to have a come to alien moment today.
We did need to have a come
Yeah.
to alien moment, come to Venice moment.
Yeah. And I think we clarified some stuff for some people. I think it was good. I think some people agreed with us today.
I mean, we can definitely harp on this some more,
We're gonna have
because
to, because things are happening.
things are happening, but I also love to tie it into like Old Testament stuff,
Mm,
because like that's a huge missing part within Christianity is
yeah.
the stuff I was talking about. Obviously, I'm theorizing, but it's based on stuff that's already in the Bible to some degree. You see what I'm
Mhm,
saying?
mhm, mhm, mhm.
And like, bro, I'm even. Do you know who this gal is from Congress? Anna Paulina
Yeah, yeah.
Luna,
She was
Paulina
also
Luna.
on Joe Rogan.
She was on
I
Rogan.
think
She was
that
on
was the one I was
PBD.
thinking about, actually, when you said earlier.
Okay.
Mhm.
So different chick, by
Okay.
the way. So Anna Paulina Luna, that's her name. Um, and she's making the rounds on like the biggest shows. She is one of the gals in Congress that leads like the disclosure stuff and the
Mhm, mhm.
whistleblower
That's right.
testimonies and all that stuff in Congress. And so she's going around telling people what they are discussing and what she's been seeing and stuff. And she's really big on mentioning repeatedly. And Rogan like is obsessed now. Oh, have you read the book of Enoch? Have you read what it says and how it describes these things? And these things are in Enoch, and then this was taken out of the Bible, and da da
So
da.
cool.
You
Mhm.
know, but the thing is, it wasn't taken out of the Bible.
Yeah, right.
Like,
I
that's
know.
not
It's like,
true.
yeah.
That's not true. Like, it's still in the Catholics still have it in their Bible. It's part of the Apocrypha, you know? Uh, and just because Enoch's not in the Bible doesn't mean that the exact same details aren't in our Bible. It talks about the angels, the fallen sons of God, right? The
Mhm.
fallen angels, talks about the Nephilim. It doesn't go into detail about those things in the way that book of Enoch does, but it still is undeniable that
Right,
those elements are in our Bible, right? The
right.
canon, the canonized text. Um, so just because just because Enoch, the details of Enoch, it's like in that vision that we translated right from that pastor. He said that God didn't see fit to even glorify,
Mhm. Mm.
not glorify, but he didn't see fit to even like not justify, but not even give them the time of day
Right,
by
right.
going into detail about those times and those
Mm.
entities and those beings and those
Mm.
rulers of that time. It's all by not mentioning them, by
Yeah, I
just
like
saying,
that.
"Hey, this happened," and then moving on. By
Doesn't he
moving
say that?
on, he basically it's a slap in the face to all of those men of renown, those great men. You're so great, you're not even mentioned. You see
Wasn't
what I'm
there
saying?
Isn't there an Old Testament where they say that they'll wipe them off the face of the earth, so, like, they will not even be remembered?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I think I
But
might have read that.
that's all I'm saying is we should continue to chat about these things, because I think it's first off, it's scriptural. And secondly, the more
Right.
the more supernatural at this point, the better. Because I think people need to be like kicked in the nuts, spiritually speaking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
A good spiritual nut kicking so that they like realize, hey, that's the reality of things. And this version of Christianity that I've been living is kind of like the bottom of the barrel. It's so watered down, it's almost useless. You literally just have a get out of jail free card and your life sucks. Get out
Yeah.
of hell free card,
Get out of hell free card,
you know?
and your life sucks.
Your life sucks and everyone's just like waiting for the rapture because their life sucks. They are living in hell now and can't wait to get out of here. And it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I don't really see that that's how like any of the apostles lived. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't,
That's right. They didn't. And yeah, they were saying, "Oh, it's the early church, they had to spread the no, we have to do the same thing. We're
yeah. What are you talking
what's
about?
changed? It's all the
W
same."
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
the text that they l the stuff they lived by, the ideas and everything, they wrote down and told other people to go do the same thing. And now that Bible came to us, and we're told to do the same thing. The heck are you
so then
talking about?
so what would have to change? I mean, this is a whole nother conversation.
That's
But
another one.
I mean, how
Like,
drastic do our lives have to change?
mine, pretty drastic.
Right. But okay, now that you said that, that's exactly right though. I've been talking to some people recently, and I said this to somebody because I kind of got like to a point where I'm like, look, I think you just need a hard stop, like in your life. Like you need to like put an end to certain like to your not put an end to your life.
Oh my god.
You
You're
need
like, "Listen, bro, I think you need to end yourself.
to
You need to put a hard stop to
do not
yourself."
come to dentist for any kind of counseling.
Yeah, yeah,
But no, it's this a hard stop in your life of like, hey, really, really take stock of everything, every part of your life. Let's stop because right now you're not able to seek the kingdom first. Your whole life is so
right.
like upside down that you need to weed all this stuff out. Like it's just got to, and I think that's what the Lord did with me. I think he let me go through a hard stop, and I was fighting like hell for 6 years, and then I finally gave up. I did give up actually,
Yeah,
and then that's when the hard stop I think came, and I think it was this. Obviously, there was an encounter, but what he used it. I don't think I was getting there on my own. Like he needed it. He needed to get to that point in my life. But I think that there's people that can actually make these changes in their life, like actual changes. I'm talking about like maybe job changes, maybe you know relocation if they have to. I mean, some major moves in their life, um, and to reorganize their life, to make a conscious effort to change their lifestyle.
yeah,
Um, listen, man, throw out the TV. If you have to throw out the TV, you have to throw out the TV. Like I know that's crazy, and I remember hearing old pastors, when I was young, would talk about this at the pulpit, like don't let them watch TV, don't go to movies, all this stuff. And I'm like, shut up, shut up. And now I'm like, yeah, they were probably right.
yeah, but
Like
they were right. Okay, their intention was good, but they were, like, legalist about it, you know what I mean?
totally, totally, yeah, 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 yeah. And I'm not saying that because I okay, I have someone that I'm
Yeah,
trying to help right now, and he's got like this huge collection of music, and it's just like it's crazy. And I'm like, hey man, for a while, just stop listening to that all that kind of music
mm,
for a while. Let's just listen to music that glorifies God and points you to Jesus. Let's just change like just cut them off for now. You don't have to throw things away. You don't have to
sure.
burn anything right now. Let's just stay away from it for a time. Bro, do you know how helpful that is to some people? Like just changing what they're listening to?
Oh, I'm sure.
I That's a big one for people, man. They don't think it is. It really is,
Yeah.
man. You
Gotta
know,
beach in, gotta beach out, as my
right.
mom
It
says.
it yeah, but it's that simple, but it's that profound also. And that's why for some people it's like, hey, you know what? Maybe TV off for a while. Let's
Yeah,
just let's focus that time instead of on TV on the word of God. Let's get to a point where we're reading, where we're growing that love, that delight for God's word, And then we'll see. The Lord will, I watch stuff here and there, I watch when my daughter's around, watch a little bit more. Um, I'm not saying the stuff is bad. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is that it shouldn't, we need to make conscious efforts to make changes in our life, man, in our
Yeah.
daily routines, in how we live, how much we work, what we're focused on, where we spend our money, like all this stuff, man. Um, who we're hanging out with, who we're dating, who we're whatever. I mean, listen, it's got to think you have to make real big changes in your life, I think, um, in order to follow Jesus, man. Right? Jesus said,
Yeah.
like you will give up everything, everything. Peter said it. We gave up everything for you, you know, and I think that's, I think some people can do it like within their life that they have now. They can make changes and their life's not going to have to change so drastically, maybe. But I think there's other people that like have to have drastic changes in their life.
I believe it. Yeah.
Yeah. All
All right,
right.
bro.
Great
Well,
night, man. Thanks guys for hanging out.
thank
This
you,
was fun.
everybody. We're
Well,
back. Hey, we'll be back. We haven't get to the Charlie Kirk updates. Maybe we save that for Thursday
Thursday. Yeah. We'll talk more about that Thursday.
because there's some updates.
Yeah, and I don't know too much because like I said, I've been off a little bit, but I know like Candace had said a lot of stuff, and so let's get into it Thursday. I'll
She's
do
been
some
rubbing me
research.
the wrong way lately, man.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of disappointed.
All right.
But let's do it Thursday.
All right. Thank
All
you
right,
guys.
everybody.
Have a
Thank you
great
guys for
night.
being here. And Dennis, I think you have to stay on because you have to tell me some secrets that you were